we're going to address some of you guys' comments today on Facebook and YouTube. They are lying. Sharia courts in the UK are being investigated as we speak. Where there's a mosque, there's Sharia law. It's unavoidable. It's the how to be a Muslim law. They are obliged to follow Sharia. Again and again in the video, he specifically says that the Sharia law, you have to abide by whatever country's law that you're in. So if he's going 60 miles per hour, the speed limit says 60, and wear a seatbelt, you have to do that. Sharia law, according to, they were saying in the video, it correlates, it's basically compatible with any country that you live in because they have to oblige by the law of the land, wherever they're at. It's whatever doesn't conflict with the Sharia law. Praying 5 times a day, I don't see how that is a terrorist act, or, different things like that. So, all Muslims are liars. That doesn't even make sense. And another good point he made in the video was, people act as if Muslims cannot be lunatic or be crazy. Generalization that, oh, if you're this, then, it affects the whole group. Whereas, there's the lone wolves and different things like that when other cultures or ethnicities do similar things. He who feeds you controls you. We have to open up our own grocery stores. This is definitely true. We don't have access to healthy food. We don't have access to organic, sometimes even conventional food. I mean, that's true. If you think about the state of the black community, we're in a adolescent, childlike state to the people that are oppressing us. So like a child that he can run around, he can play, he doesn't have much responsibility, yet, he has to listen to his parents' orders. He has to obey what his parents says because he hasn't really grown up. That's kind of symbolic to the black community. We haven't really grown up. We haven't really matured in a sense where we can even feed ourselves. So it's just gone now. So you have a bus ride, a 2-hour bus ride, back and forth just to get groceries. They're left with, or McDonald's, O'Reilly's, a Little Caesars Pizza, just fast food restaurants. And I like to say fast food equals slow death. You're not really getting vegetables. I can't remember the last time I seen vegetables on a fast food menu. I don't remember seeing greens on a fast food menu or anything like that. Naturally, people are gonna travel to get their food, but when you're too tired or we don't have the time to go out there, you're gonna get fast food. So these people are gonna get fast food at a higher rate until there's another alternative option, which we're trying to work on. This is in regards to the Black Women Don't Feel Safe video. Stop waiting for the clergy to act and do something for yourself and your family. Stop waiting for the government, the church, and activists or other leaders to solve your problems. Well, that's true, but if there are people that are claiming they're leaders, then they need to be called out. So at some point, somebody needs to call them out to make others maybe become more aware, like, hey, this is true. I've been coming to this church, and there's no new building. There's been a building fund for 20 years. What's going on? So at some point, the church is going to have to step up, accountable. You don't just give your money away to people. You wouldn't just give your money away to a homeless person and say, I don't care what you do with it. I mean, some people do, but generally, you don't want them to buy drugs with it, is what I'm saying. You want them to actually get food. You want them to actually get something to drink, right? So why should the church be any different? Are you holding a homeless person to a higher standard than the church? Are you holding a homeless person to a higher standard than the church? I mean, think about it. It's funny how Jesus is never there when black people need him. Well, on the Damon DeFreeze video, Please Stop with the Forgiving. Damon DeFreeze is the father of Aliana DeFreeze, who was found murdered. She was 14. I'm not disagreeing with the forgiving, stop with the forgiving. I think the person is thinking in the wrong context. We keep forgiving people, which is the white supremacists that shoot and kill our own children and family members. But if we can forgive white supremacists, we can definitely forgive a black man, I think. I know that's easier said than done, but the difference is with this is that Mr. DeFreeze has taken action. I think the other people that have maybe forgave and, you know, kind of brushed things off, they were not really taking immediate action. I mean, I don't even think it's been a month since his daughter has been murdered. He's already been protesting. You know, he understands the situation is bigger than him, which is very hard to do, given that your daughter was taken from you. It's very hard not to think of yourself in this situation. Your daughter was murdered, and, you know, but he understands that it's a bigger problem. He understands that his daughter, unfortunately, won't be the last one. He's trying to prevent these things from happening. He's trying to put pressure on downtown, which we're all trying to do, or in the cities and the city officials and the politicians. And, you know, they're purposefully neglecting the inner city community. Houses, there wasn't so many abandoned houses, then his daughter wouldn't have been found dead in an abandoned building. These homes can be rehabbed, they can be renovated, or they can be boarded up or torn down to prevent these things from happening. So my thing is, if he forgave the killer, that's something that he personally chose to do. That's his battle that he fought. And the fact that he decided to take action after that, I think speaks volumes, because most people do not. Most people, if anything, he could be crying, he could be sad, he could be grieving, which he might be doing, but the strength and the courage to take action. He started a foundation and different things like that, so I think he definitely deserves a lot of recognition and respect for that, personally.